Is your food fighting your rheumatoid arthritis or is it fighting with you? Many of the time when you go to the internet to learn about food and rheumatoid arthritis, you will hear this rheumatoid arthritis detox. Most of these rheumatoid arthritis detox are not based on science and they are based on marketing. As a rheumatologist practicing here in Cary, North Carolina, and also going through all the evidence, I'm going to show you what is fact and what is fiction related with this rheumatoid arthritis detox. So I'll talk about three important things on our video today: the fasting, the detox, and the elimination diet. Please stick around. And at the end of the video, I'll also give you some practical tips so that you don't have to get scared with your food and you can apply these principles that'll work with your lifestyle rather than being scared of your food. Hello, all of you rheumatoid arthritis warrior. This is Dr. Ananta Subedi, your rheumatoid arthritis coach at the Rheum Doc, as well as a practicing rheumatologist here in Empower Arthritis and Rheumatology Center in Cary, North Carolina. Today, I'm continuing on my prior video where we talked about controversies in food and rheumatoid arthritis. And if you could recall, in our previous video, we talked about 4 important things, including plant-based versus animal-based, gluten, dairy product, and nightshade vegetables. In the video today, we'll talk about 3 remaining topics: the fasting, the detox, and the elimination diet. So we'll talk about what is the science behind these 3 things and what are those controversies related with RA and food. Now, starting with the first topic of fasting. So when you have gone to internet to learn about how you can help your rheumatoid arthritis flare and RA without adding more medications. And one of the topics you will hear is fasting. There are different forms of fasting, and one of the common examples is called intermittent fasting, where you eat for certain hours and you do not eat, or you starve for a few hours. And that is one of the modality of fasting that has some data suggesting that it could be helpful. When I did some research on this topic, what I found was there was some studies suggesting that there was some short-term relief with RA symptoms with fasting. There was one particular study when I looked into that patients were fasting for a week and they followed a vegan diet after that fasting. And the patient who followed this compared to the conventional diet, they did feel better with the joint pain. The activity of RA did improve during the fasting phase. And when I look further, what is the science behind that? And what I found was fasting does have some positive role in rheumatoid arthritis. And one particular one is it can decrease inflammation marker in your body. And as you recall, rheumatoid arthritis is an inflammatory condition where your immune system is hyperactive. So by fasting, the number or amount of inflammatory marker were lower, which suggests there was a decreased inflammation. And these patients who were on that fasting regimen, they also felt better with less joint pain. And there is other advantage with fasting too. Now, you are consuming less calories, and when you are consuming less calories, you could also lose some weight. So weight loss was the other secondary benefit of fasting. And as you remember my earlier videos where I talk about obesity and rheumatoid arthritis. So obesity is one of the risk factors that can make your RA worse, and it can also cause RA flares because the fat cells make immune markers like cytokines. So fat cells increase the immune markers like cytokines that can increase your symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis. So fasting indirectly helps you by decreasing the weight and decrease your inflammation markers. And the third thing is the studies also shows that fasting does improve your gut microbiome. And if you remember the microbiome, these are all the good bacteria in your gut. And the type of gut bacteria you have can increase or decrease your risk of rheumatoid arthritis. So fasting has been shown to improve your gut microbiome towards good microbiome, and it helps decrease your dysbiosis where you have better bacteria than the bad bacteria. So by this mechanism, fasting is also known to decrease your rheumatoid arthritis symptoms. But there's a big question mark, and there's a big question that we need to understand is how long can you fast? Now, I know all of us do enjoy our food. So how long you can sustain your fasting? Is it sustainable long term? That's one of the biggest questions in fasting. But if you can fast for a couple of days, it could decrease your rheumatoid arthritis symptoms, but you cannot sustain those regimen for long term. So that's why you need to find some more sustainable ways of doing the fasting. For example, the intermittent fasting could be one of the ways of decreasing your calorie intake and also decreasing inflammation. So you could try if that is sustainable or that is applicable to your lifestyle. But fasting could be one of the tools. And other important question we also need to answer or understand is the fasting causing any nutritional deficiencies. That's why I always recommend, if you are planning to do fasting, always recommend seeing a nutritionist, and also recommend asking your doctor to check for some of the important essential vitamins such as folate and B12, because if you are fasting, you may not be consuming enough of those micronutrients. And if you have micronutrient deficiencies, that can have some negative health consequences. That's why it's always important to consult with your doctor, with your rheumatologist, your primary care doctor, and a nutritionist. They can help you guide how can you safely do the fasting without causing any other medical problems. So if you are thinking about fasting, I highly recommend you talk with your rheumatologist, your primary care doctor, and a nutritionist to create a good roadmap on how can you safely do fasting. But in general, fasting has some positive health benefit, including decreasing inflammation, decreasing the weight, and also improving your gut microbiome, which in itself directly and indirectly could help decrease your rheumatoid arthritis symptoms. And all of you rheumatoid arthritis warrior, if you are liking the video, please like and subscribe. Please share this video to other people that you know who might have rheumatoid arthritis. And please also support our big goal for 2026. And we are in the first week of 2026, and we have created some big goal for the Rheum Doc. Through our channel, we want to give you the authentic scientific information related with rheumatoid arthritis and other topics related with autoimmune diseases. So please help us support to reach at least 100,000 RA warriors who are in confusion regarding rheumatoid arthritis and all of these controversial topics. So we want to give you science-backed information so that you understand better about what is RA and then also minimize those confusing topics. So please like, subscribe, and share with loved one who might have rheumatoid arthritis. And also, don't forget to accept our gift for 2026, and that is a free copy, a PDF of this, the Holistic Rheumatoid Arthritis Guide, which I wrote just for you, so that you can learn more about what is RA, what are the other topics important in rheumatoid arthritis. I've tried my best to cover multiple areas, including medical treatment, all the disease-modifying anti-rheumatic drugs, and also a lot of non-medical treatment. Even I have talked about all the health insurance-related topics, particularly pertaining to US-based health insurance market, as well as a lot of other lifestyle-related topics that are covered in this book. Don't forget to download a free copy. Now, going to our next controversy, number 6 is the detox. Now, this is one of the very controversial topic in RA and diet. When you go to internet, when you go to YouTube and search about the detox, you will see a lot of people claiming that they have the best protocol. They have the best product to help you cure your RA. But unfortunately, all of those are based on fiction, not on fact or science. And you can see a lot of different modalities, a lot of different people claiming that they will treat rheumatoid arthritis with this detox techniques. But one of the most important fact, and this is very scientifically proven fact, that RA is not due to any sort of toxins. And as you know, RA is due to your immune system being hyperactive. Your immune system is just attacking your joints. It's attacking your other organs. So it's not due to the toxins. It's due to your hyperactive immune system. So all of these detox, they are not going to help you. And even some of them, they might even hurt you. And other important fact is our body do have some toxins. When you consume food, we do also consume some toxins too. But we have a very important physiological mechanism in our body, particularly the liver and the kidneys. They have a good mechanism to eliminate those toxins that you consume food. So our body has this liver and kidney, which typically eliminates all of those toxins. So you don't need any of those detox mechanism to help you get rid of those toxins. So that's why be careful with those marketing scam of detox that is going to treat your rheumatoid arthritis. Now, the 7th topic I call the elimination diet. Now, this is also controversial because this is not universally applicable. But many of my patients, they do report to me that when they eat certain food, they do get RA flares, and which is real. Some of the food, they are known to trigger rheumatoid arthritis flares. But the importance is to understand understand what is the real trigger. And many of the time, it's very hard to find out the real trigger, the real culprit that is causing the RA flares. But I have some ideas. I have some ideas and suggestions that can help you find your trigger food. And that is by doing the food journaling. And what does that mean? Try to keep a journal of what are the food you are eating and what you feel or how you feel the next day or two after eating those food, particularly some of those known trigger food. And if you could recall, one of them I mentioned earlier was a dairy product, the nightshade vegetables, shortened meat, the sugar-sweetened beverages. So all of those are known to be trigger of rheumatoid arthritis for some of our patients. So if you try to eliminate those and see how you feel, that might be one of the way of understanding what is the real trigger. And that could be done by food journaling. So try to keep a note of the food that you have eaten and how you feel the next day or tomorrow. And if you have an RA flare, that could mean that that might be your trigger food. And try to eliminate those trigger food one by one. And when you eliminate your trigger food, when you reintroduce, if you're having the same type of flare, that proves that might be the trigger food for you. And I also think the food journaling is also like a map. It is a map that is personalized to you. So having that food journaling is a personalized way of understanding what is a trigger food. Rather than universally eliminating all the food that you enjoy, try to understand what typically triggers your RA. So do your best. If you can, create a food journal and understand what is a trigger food for you. And when I did some research on this topic, I also found some helpful apps. And one of the apps that I like is called a 𝐵𝐴𝐴ble, which is an app you can use to track your symptoms and track your food intake, and then also correlate your food intake with the triggers. So it could be a useful app that you can use to track your symptoms and track your elimination food. Okay, all of you rheumatoid arthritis warrior, let me quickly summarize what I talked in our video today and our earlier video last time. So we talk about some of the food and RA controversies, and we touched on 7 topics that included plant-based versus animal-based diet, gluten-containing diet, dairy products, nightshade vegetables, fasting, detox, and elimination diet. So we talk about some of the fact and fiction related with this controversial topic in rheumatoid arthritis and diet. And I hope it has given you some clarity, and then I'm hoping that it will help you eliminate some of your trigger food. It will help you create a food journal so that you can personalize your diet intake. You can personalize your lifestyle rather than doing universal elimination of dairy or some other food that could be the trigger of rheumatoid arthritis. And before I depart, let me give you something I promised in the beginning. So this is your practical tips. These are all the important tips that you can apply in your day-to-day practice so that you can minimize rheumatoid arthritis flare and manage your RA effectively without overhauling your whole lifestyle. And the number one, the most important one, is manage your plate. So let me explain you what does that mean. How do you manage your plate? And I have an easy formula for you. So divide your plate into 3 pieces. So the first half of your plate will be full of all of those colorful vegetables and fruits. And if you could recall from our earlier videos, all of these colorful fruits and vegetables, they have natural anti-inflammatory compounds, and they help you fight rheumatoid arthritis and the flares. So if you can fill your half of your plate with green, colorful vegetables and fruits. They are your ally to fight against rheumatoid arthritis flares. Now the other 1/4 of your plate should contain whole grains, and that will help you minimize highly processed grains like white bread. So if you can replace white bread with whole grain, that will give you a lot of fibers, and fiber is your friend to fight against rheumatoid arthritis. And then the other 1/4 of your plate should include a lean protein. And the lean protein, it could be plant-based, such as lentils, or it could be animal-based, such as fish and chicken. But in general, rheumatoid arthritis patients do better on plant-based diet. So try to be more predominantly plant-based, but you don't have to be vegan. There are some healthy meat that you can add, including fish, which has a lot of anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acid, and the chicken. So if you can add those lean protein, that can help create a good plate. That is a good anti-inflammatory plate. Now the second one is addition of olive oil, and try to replace all the butter, the vegetable oils, and margarines with olive oil. So olive oil has a lot of natural anti-inflammatory that will help fight RA and RA flares. So if you can add some extra olive oil, your RA will thank you. Your joints will thank you so that you don't have those RA flares. And the third one is at least try to add one anti-inflammatory protein in your diet. That includes oily fish and legumes or lentils. So this is a good source of protein for you, and also they are anti-inflammatory. So that'll help you fight RA more naturally without needing to add more medications. And the fourth one is at least add one fermented food. That includes yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, or kimchi. And how that helps you is they have a lot of natural good bacteria. They have a lot of probiotics that helps you maintain a good gut lining, and that'll help you fight against flares. So try your best to add one anti-inflammatory fermented food. And the last is hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. And that is with water. So water is your best friend, not those sugar-sweetened beverages. And that was my first food that I asked you to avoid in my earlier videos. So all those sugar-sweetened beverages that has high sucrose, high fructose, that are triggering rheumatoid arthritis flares. So try to minimize those and replace them with water. So water is your best friend. It will hydrate you, your joints will thank you. So always hydrate with water rather than all of those sugar-sweetened beverages. So all of you RA warriors, I hope these 5 practical tips will help you fight your RA flare without needing extra medications. Now, if you need medication, your rheumatologist will be there to help you. But even before you go on escalating your medication, make sure you follow at least some of these practical tips. But with the holistic way of helping rheumatoid arthritis with medication and these lifestyle changes, we can safely and effectively manage your rheumatoid arthritis. Now, all of you rheumatoid arthritis warrior, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope these videos are helpful to bust some of those myths related with controversies in RA and food. If you like this video, please like and subscribe our channel so that you can get similar content in the future. And also comment us, what type of content do you want to hear from us? What are the things that you are confused about rheumatoid arthritis? What are the things that could help you fight better against rheumatoid arthritis so that we can move you from confusion to clarity and pain to the possibilities of fighting against rheumatoid arthritis, and you can have a fulfilling life. And just reminding you, our NASCAR, and that is a vehicle that is there to help you go in this healthy journey. That includes your nutrition, that's what we covered today. And other topic included exercise, sleep management, stress management, your check-in with your doctors, avoiding the risky substances, some of them what we talked today, including alcohol and smoking, and then also creating a positive relation with your family and yourself so that you don't blame when you're having a flare. Don't blame yourself. Create a positive, a thankful relation with yourself to fight against rheumatoid arthritis. So I hope you like this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye and take care.